The next topic, influence of rap.
Alright. Now, here's a topic that we was just discussing earlier today. Has rap influenced, I guess, society in a positive or negative way? Now, we see, more, especially the white kids now, dressing, baggy clothes and stuff because they like certain rappers, and then, more black people are liking Kanye and, certain rappers like that wearing smaller clothes. And, you see people blame crime rates and stuff on rap too. I mean, what is it? How is rap or hip hop influencing society today?
I don't know. It's like the biggest thing is like the clothing. It's like you got people like Kanye and people like the New Boys, Soulja Boy. All of them is like they see what they see what they do, what they wear, and they want to be like them. It's like sometimes the influence is like, because he's like, it's just like with sports. He's successful. I want to be like him. So if the closest thing to me being like him is to maybe act like him, dress like him, see what he does on TV and does what he do, that's a big influence. It's like I see what my favorite rapper is doing. He's wearing skinny jeans. I guess it's like I want to be like him. I'll start wearing the skinny jeans. It's like somebody can say anything. It don't matter. He's doing it, and he's making millions. Or maybe like people want to be like Jeezy. They see he says he sold white. He sold drugs. Jeezy was making, he's like, according to whatever, Jeezy made a lot of money selling drugs. So, if he can do it, why can't I? A whole lot of rappers now, even Jay-Z, he keeps on saying that he used to sell yayo. And he's what? The richest rapper in the world right now? People are going to be influenced by that. He don't wear the skinny jeans, but people are still influenced by he's successful. He's saying what he did. How come I can't do the same thing?
That's a good point. I definitely see some things like that, but I see more the influence as far as like fashion. Like you said, Kanye West, he has some crazy, styles. Lil Wayne also, see a lot of people wearing skinny jeans, getting piercings, all this other stuff that Wayne have, and I don't know.
Alright, look.
I just don't like it.
Look, alright, kids doing that, at least dressing, I can understand. You are seeing now grown men, older than these dudes, doing that. Why is rap music influencing grown men with bills and kids like they influencing they kids? I mean, you see that, and then like, alright, these rappers talking about dealing dope and this is that and the other and shooting people. But I mean, in all actuality, a lot of places that are dangerous areas, I've never known to just be out of the blue, out of nowhere, become dangerous. Usually a dangerous environment, it's been dangerous for a while. Where we grew up,
Yeah, it's not just because the game is fighting people and all that you say, oh, it's because the game cursing and fighting people and saying he's doing this is why my kid is acting like this. Your kid just might be a product of his environment.
Or, I mean, but even though, like, you know, sometimes like you see rappers talk all this stuff. What are parents doing to, I guess, prevent that? I mean, you know, like you remember that Charles Barkley commercial when we was little. I'm not a
role model.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, sometimes your parents are gonna be around you more than these rappers are. They actually, I mean, well, at least they should be. And it's like, we grew up in Brooklyn with Biggie, with Jay-Z, with all those New York rappers. And I mean, you know, me and you was doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff.
We didn't start listening to rap music until we got here, for real.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, and then, you know, it's for real, we calmed down a lot since we've been down here. So it's not like, I mean, it ain't like rap ain't influenced us. So why do people try to blame, you know, their kids acting up on Lil Wayne music?
Okay, the parents, they like to blame shit on like the rappers and all this other stuff. I think it's because they can't control their kids. You know, when a kid wants to, you know, buy a CD, you know, it's very rare that, well, like a teenager, if a teenager buys a CD, it's very rare that the cashier is going to ask them, you know, are you old enough to buy this? So they still have access to the stuff, but the parents really don't have control as to what they're buying unless they're actually funding them and giving them money to do whatever.
That is true. But you know what also bothers me? When Jonathan brought up the Charles Barkley commercial, and he said the parents should be the role models. Most of it is like, parents want to blame hip-hop, what they see on TV is like, oh, he's like, hip-hop is why they did this. How come, it's like, you want to blame hip-hop, how come the parent doesn't blame themselves for not actually being a parent? Because what they're doing is emulating what they see on TV, not what the parent is doing with them. It's like, they said most of the time when parents and children are together, they're watching TV.
Yeah, and I mean, but like I don't think hip hop has influenced things as much as people believe they do. But I mean, I think hip hop does have some influence, like you were just saying. You know, you see people wanting to sell dope and stuff like that. And I don't think it's because of rap. I just think they probably know somebody selling dope. And boom, you know, they got the newest clothes on, got a nice watch, fresh. I mean, those Jordans just came out. Those Jordans just came out yesterday. You only 13. You ain't got no job. Oops. Man, this dude front me this dope. I make $800 a day. I work once a week. So it's like, you know, hip hop, the influence on hip hop, negative, positive.
It's basically on the fence.
Exactly.
Because it can have a negative impact on what a child does, but then again, that she's like, the negative is like what they're saying in the raps. The positive is like, you know, they just want to, he's like, I just want to dress like him. I don't want to be anything like him, for real. I just like what he wears, he's like, how he's successful. Sometimes it's like when he says how he got his success and they want to follow that exact blueprint, could also be a negative.